Good day. I'm in the garden about to plant some of the potted plants I bought from the market on Saturday, and one of the hazels and the sweet chestnut I planted from seed a while ago. This is a certain hazel that I'll have to be careful where I'm gonna put it. I wanna remember. But these are the ones, all of them. I need to find a place for them in the garden. I might plant these three ones together because I think they will work very well together. This deep purplish color with the silvery tones on the dianthus and the curry plant. I love these flowers, dainty flowers on this plant. So, and these other two I might put together or separate, I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, I just wanted to show them to you. Here the beautiful white rose, which I think it's called peace rose. It was here when I moved. We have the yellow rose there and the sea holly, which is starting to bloom and looking wonderful. But yeah, wanted to show you these ones, see how they look, and then I'll probably show you where I'm gonna plant them or where I planted them already, once I decide where to put them. I don't know if you've seen these in my previous video. These flowers look like pockets, really interesting. Ornamental, but that's okay. We need some color in the garden, and other beings will enjoy food provided by them that will be beneficial for them, even if they're not edible for us humans. I brought them here by the nursery, part of the nursery, because this is by the entrance, so I'm probably going to plant some in here, if not all. Probably won't put the hazel in here, but yeah, I might put them here to add some color in this area, and since it's by the entrance, it should look nice. I planted the Magnolia Genie there where the dark purpled leafed plant is. It doesn't look like it's doing very well, looks dry. But if this doesn't make it, I'll plant another one. Maybe I'll buy a bigger magnolia. But yeah, I'm thinking that color scheme, because the magnolia is a purple colored one. That color scheme will look nice there. Maybe those. And I'm still deciding about the orange and reddish ones. But the reason why I want to plant them here is because the soil is also quite good, because I put a lot of wood chips. In other parts of the garden is still a lot of grass growing and the soil is still pretty compacted, so I don't think they would do very well. But I might put those somewhere at the back in some areas in which the soil is pretty good. Yeah, we'll see. I also have to be careful where I put them, because later on I want to plant some more berry bushes, so like the currants and the aronias and perhaps some blueberries. I moved the orange pocketbook right at the back there just to see how it would look like. Since it's so bright, it might attract the eye there, because that corner is a bit dark because of the shade from the trees. I don't know, I'll see. I have to remind myself that I want to plant bushes in there, so I need to put the shorter plants in the front so they're not shaded by bushes if I plant them at the back. I think must not put them in the back, they won't get enough sun, so they have to come in the front. I think this one gets fairly large as well and wide, maybe not too tall but quite wide. I forgot to look at the descriptions properly recently, but I think they will do well in here, create a bit of separation from the nursery, and well, not necessarily separation, but yeah, a little bit between the entrance and the nursery, just to help me visually know where I planted edible stuff and non-edible stuff for humans anyway. And I'm thinking to put the red pocket book by this guild, but I only have edible plants in this area. I have hazel, strawberries, thyme, oregano, aronia, Babington leek, so I don't know if I want to put non-edible stuff in here, although I do like how the color, what the color brings to it, to this. So yeah, I was considering putting the orange pocketbook and the red pocketbook in here, one on each side. I'm not sure. It's probably not very interesting to hear me think where I will put stuff, but yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this in here just for a little bit of color. Hopefully that color won't attract the deer or the hare to munch on these, although they're mostly aromatic, so I don't think the deer will bother with them, hopefully. But the strawberries, on the other hand, they might be very appealing for lots of creatures in the garden. These are the apple strawberries I planted a while ago. The Albion ones are starting to redden. I'll show them in a couple of moments as well. And I might put the dianthus there. There's a gap in between the strawberries. Before I forget to show them to you, the strawberries are starting to redden, the Albion ones. But as you can see, some still have flower petals on. But I think they will do quite well despite all the rain we had, because of the wood chips they have underneath. It's not direct soil, so they're not rotting, not much anyway. And they're good size, still growing, so I look forward to tasting these. Back to the planting. I might put the dianthus here by the turtle actually. In the masses of strawberries. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. This is small plant, so it won't shade the strawberries. I think it will look quite nice here. Yeah, okay, that's decided. And back to the Aronia guild. I might put that hazel in there, although I'm not sure, because if it grows it will create a lot of shade for these other plants. So, but the plan is to plant more hazels all over this area to the Katsura guild. We'll see. I could swap the place of the hazel with the red plant, and then the shade won't be created, because the sun comes that way, goes like this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I might leave it like this, although that sweet chestnut I'll probably have to take it from the pot and put it someplace else, because sweet chestnut get really large. That's not appropriate spot for it. It's hard to think how big they will look in like 5 years or so. I'm trying to put them in the best location because I don't want to move them around too much. I want them to take root and stay there and thrive. But who knows what will be in 5 years' time. But yeah, I think this is a good idea. I just need to remember that hazel, it's the one I brought from inside compared to the other coconut varieties that I've seeded directly in the ground here. Although I am growing quite fond of this maple, acer, whatever tree this is. I like the foliage a lot. It adds a lot of color during the year after it leaves out. So I don't know if I'm gonna cut it eventually, which means if I plant a hazel there, that's gonna grow right in the shade of this one, and yeah, it might not be the best spot. I might just move it slightly this way. I'll think about it. We'll see. I'll go back to the other part of the garden. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put those there. Those elders won't be there permanently. They're for the nursery. Maybe the currants, but not even the currants will stay there, I think. I just put them there as cuttings to take root and grow for a season or two. And there we have Pretty Woman white, large white lilies that will be blooming in a couple of weeks perhaps. So yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna put them. Actually, I moved them slightly because I think that will get quite big, like 30 centimeters in height and quite wide in spread, and I'm not sure that will get too much. I don't think it will get much taller than this, and I don't want that one to shade this one. Yeah, I think that will do, because I'm trying to imagine it will get slightly bigger. As a tree I will plant there eventually if the magnolia doesn't do well. Yeah, and they're shorter plants, so they're staying near the edge. That needs to have the grass cut around here at some point, or more wood chips added, but I just didn't get around to doing that. Anyway, also the plan is to have more strawberries spread around here in time, to connect all that area from there all the way there, where we have some more strawberry plants. Yeah, I like that there. It will attract the eye because that color is quite nice. I put a curry plant in the ground. This is a type of curry plant which is apparently is not for edible purposes, although it's aromatic. But yeah, I'll probably use it for cut flowers at some point. And yeah, I think it will enjoy this spot, both of these plants, because I think they like sunny, well-drained spots, and they will get plenty of that in here. There's a lot of sun coming through during the day. And underneath here we have a lot of mycelium. If you've seen my previous videos, you've seen I've harvested lots of wine caps this year, all over from all over this area, and more will come when the weather is appropriate, when we have a lot of rain, like moisture, and the right temperature for them to come up. I absolutely love the foliage on this plant. I'm not sure if it shows really well on camera. It's really sunny, so I can't see very well on the screen as I'm filming. I will see later on. But yeah, I think you can tell. It's really purplish, beautiful. And look at it was spotted, but the roots are doing well. The other one wasn't so in the best condition, but I loosened the roots a bit, so hopefully it will do well. This one is in good condition. And you can see the soil here. I was telling you earlier about the mycelium. This area was a lawn before, so look at the soil, how it's being transformed. All these wood chips are feeding the mycelium I've put in on this area, and it's turning slowly but surely, well, quite quickly actually, into soil. That's the soil that was underneath. So yeah, it will not only it will create beautiful soil, but it will give us mushrooms, and the more we feed it, the more it will do that. So I'm gonna put this one here and show you afterwards. Okay, that's the purple plant in the ground. Okay, the dianthus is placed by the turtle. It broke some of the flowers. It's okay. I like this pattern. So many varieties, but I thought it was nice. This one on Saturday when I saw it. I like purples and it looks nice. The yellowish, dark purple color pattern. Okay, on to planting this one. The soil in this area is not as good as in the other side. I mean, it's not as good. It's good, but it just needs more enriching. So we'll see how the soil is. Should be fine to plant this one. Actually, the spot in this very spot, I think around there is a bit more compacted by the pathway. But in here, it's really good. And as you can see, I've put my psyllium in here. It hasn't fruited in this area yet, but it will. Probably in the autumn or later, or in a couple of weeks. But yeah, the soil is looking good here. It's rich, so this will do well. And the roots are doing well, they're not too tangled. Okay, the orange flower, pocketbook flower, is in the ground. The temptation is very big to put the red one next to it, because I have some strawberries and raspberries planted around there. So I don't know, I think I will resist and plant it by the Aronia Guild, that last one, but I don't know. I'm gonna stop the video and think a little bit about it and then decide. Just because I usually walk around there, but not everyone knows, and I'm worried they might step on the strawberries. But I can wait maybe and plant something else in there. I don't want to put too many plants of the same variety in one spot. I just want to have them spread around the garden to add as much variety as possible. But at the same time, it might be a good idea to have just 2 of them in one spot. So I don't know. I think I'll leave it for now, just because I want to put some color in that Aronia Guild. Actually, I think it might be nice symmetry to put them both the same level. I might do that and just add a different kind of plant, maybe an edible one by the Aronia Guild. Or maybe I'll plant some tulips, which are not perennial, but they will add a splash of color and they don't take a lot of space there. Okay, I've planted both the red and the orange pocketbooks plants by the edge of the border there. I think they look nice. They signal there's something there, hopefully, for people who don't know. And yeah, clearly I need to add more wood chips to top around this area because grass is coming through. But yeah, the soil is being enriched more and more. I'm gonna go and plant the hazel now. Maybe, I'm still not decided about that one. Okay, we're going to the Aronia Guild now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna plant the hazel there and just try to remember. And maybe I'll put a sweet chestnut around there somewhere, because it's very small. I don't know how well it will make it. I'm very tempted to put a hazel in there because it would get more sun. So the plan is to put a coconut variety in there, coconut or cultivated hazel that gives bigger nuts. And the soil at the moment is not very, it's quite compacted as well, some, I'm enriching it, but I might dig into it and see how it is. If I feel like I can plant that one in there now, I will put it there, because I want to put more in one spot. So yeah, I'll see. I'll think about it for a couple of moments. I am also tempted to put the hazel around there by the electricity pole, but the soil here, as you can see, I planted these raspberries, all gold raspberries, last year, and they're holding on, but they're not thriving at the moment. And I need to put more material, more mulch in there, hopefully more wood chips that I can find to enrich it. And yeah, if I put the hazel around there, it might not do very well, and I don't want to lose it. Hazels are very resilient, but I just want to give them the best chance they have, especially that one, because I have plenty other ones, but that yeah, I just want to keep that one. I need to put it in a spot to remember which one it is. Hopefully by making this video I'll remember, even if it doesn't have a label on. And this is the black beauty elder, which will get quite tall. It's a shrub slash tree. My accent. The pond is getting overgrown with, the pond in the making is getting overgrown with grasses and brambles and stuff. I need to get back to it at some point. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the hazel there, and yeah, we'll see. It's only a wee one at the moment. I can move it, although preferably I won't move it. I've decided I'm gonna put that hazel in there where I initially wanted to put it, because although the sun goes that way, the light comes this way, there is the wall there. As you can see, there's not much shade here despite that, and if I leave the hazel to grow as high as where those plants are, it will still be fine. It won't create a lot of shade in this area, and as it grows I could remove that branch from this purple leafed tree and not have to cut this entirely, because I really like the shape of this. I pruned it, gave it more room to breathe, because it was very congested when we moved in, and it looks really beautiful. I really like it. So yeah, and I'll put that hazel in there, and as I want to plant coconut varieties in there, they will be together to pollinize and produce more nuts, hopefully, in the years to come. And this I will cut and I will shred it and create mulch material, so there will be even more light coming through, and the hazel will be growing and taking that spot more. I think that's a good plan. Okay, I made a hole there and I'm going to put the hazel in it. Probably the sweet chestnut, I might put it by the nursery there and hopefully sell it in the autumn or next spring or in 2 years time when it grows a bit bigger. Because our garden is big, but unfortunately not that big to accommodate lots of sweet chestnuts, so maybe I'll keep a couple of them, but not many. I'll probably try to keep them shorter. They don't really have the room to grow 15 meters or so, unfortunately. So yeah, I think it will do well, and that branch is quite dry. I'm not sure if you can see it well on camera, but yeah, at some point I will prune it off and maybe just leave these ones if they're in good condition. But yeah, I think this is a good spot. And now I will be able to remember which hazel it is, because it's right here by the entrance. Hopefully it's the other ones. I plan to sell them or yeah, to plant them somewhere else. We'll see. So yeah, this will be a good spot for it. It is close to this big tree, so that has well established roots, but hopefully it will thrive as well, the hazel. And if you can see here, these two have been growing mostly in wood chips. There wasn't soil in here, unless there was some remains on the wood chips, because the plan, oh, there's a creature in there, a slug or something. The plan was to move them at some point, and yeah, I just I'm moving them now. It's quite late, but yeah, I needed to move them because they didn't have any soil compared to the other hazels I've grown in the WALTZ, which I potted in pots with soil, not just wood chips. So yeah, they really need to go out and thrive better. Maybe that's why this sweet chestnut is so yellowish. Maybe once it will be in the garden, it will grow much better. I have one other sweet chestnut planted, which I bought. It's somewhere at the back. So yeah, anyway, just gonna show you how I take this off. There should be more hazel seeds in there, but I think because of the conditions they weren't able to sprout. Not all of them. And there's some nuts in here. Maybe these ones will, see, they are growing because they didn't have that much light, only this one grew and the other ones were hoping to be put in better conditions probably. And these are some nuts as well, massive nuts, I think. Yeah, I might put this in the ground because it looks, it's good. I might actually leave it in here somewhere, or maybe put it in the nursery somewhere by the current to remind myself. Yeah, they haven't sprouted yet, but maybe they will. They're starting to crack. Anyway, this one looks like it's emerging, so I'll put these two together, which will be perfect to have two hazels together. They'll do better than just being on their own in different spots. Hopefully it will grow. To be very gentle, not to break this taproot. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm gonna do this with two hands because I don't want to damage them. So actually we have two hazels and a wee one here, little one. So three of this, which is actually the ones that I put. I think 3 seeds I put from that variety. And this is a sweet chestnut. This is how the roots look like. Anyway, I don't want to keep them too much in the sun, but yeah, you see. This one doesn't have the nuts. I think I removed it when I was taking the wood chips away. Okay, I've planted them in. The other seed I would just planted is right in there. And these nuts I'm gonna dig and plant them in here, and when they will sprout, hopefully if they sprout I will just dig them out and plant them somewhere else. So yeah, I like how this is looking. Hopefully you can hear me. My neighbor started doing some work. Okay, I've done that. I'm gonna plant the sweet chestnut somewhere. I'll do that without filming it. Thank you so much for watching this rather long video. Hopefully you found something useful. It's quite long. One more thing, because I was checking the back area to see where I could plant this sweet chestnut. I might still put it at the front. I came to check on the blackcurrant, the Big Ben blackcurrant. As you can see, it's turning dark black. I think one more day, hopefully the birds won't steal the berries, will help themselves with the berries. Oh, this one is splitting, probably from the rain. I'll leave it here on the ground. But yeah, I'm really excited about this Big Ben currant. I'm just gonna take this one. It's probably not sweet enough, but yeah, it's definitely not sweet enough because it's not black. It's still not sweet, but it's good. It's already quite good. I can tell it's gonna be a good variety, and the size of it is just amazing. So yeah, I'll be propagating this a lot. Anyway, I wanted to leave you this one to show you some, because I'm not sure how much video I'll be able to get with the currants, as the birds are picking on them and we munch like one berry at a time as they're getting ripe. And I just wanted to show you some. If you've never had currants, it's well worth it to grow them. Again, thank you so much for watching this very long video. I hope you enjoyed it. a little bit at least. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.